Well, hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Red, White, and True News on this great Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Uh, some people up in the northern part of the country, a little cold, but down here in the south, we were in the 80s. Yep, in the 80s. So, got some pretty important things to discuss here. I just wanted to let everybody know I did a live stream yesterday. Mr. Brulianis was going to join me, but there was a couple little things that we have to iron out with a few things. But nonetheless, I did a little, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes, just went over a couple things unscripted. So if you guys want to go check that out, if everyone could, you come in the door, like, share, and subscribe so we can get this stuff out to everyone else. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. So just hit that little bell over there after you subscribe to the channel. And we're growing. We got some exciting things coming up on the channel. So we want everyone to be a part of it. And yeah, glad to have everyone here. And I'll get right to it here. I wanted to mention this. I guess there's a drug that scientists stumbled upon that fast growing cancer could be slowed by common blood pressure drug. This is like just came out like a couple hours ago. This came from the Guardian. Hydralazine, hydralazine. I think that's how you pronounce it. Targets an enzyme that helps cancer cells stay alive. Scientists studying an existing blood pressure drug called hydralazine accidentally discovered that it could potentially fight cancer. Hydralazine has been used to treat high blood pressure since the 1950s, but until now, it's been unclear exactly how it works. It came from a pre-target era, quote unquote, pre-target era of drug discovery when researchers relied on what they saw in patients first and only later tried to explain the biology behind it. Kayosuke, whatever this guy's name is, it's an Asian name, it appears, but a physician scientist at the University of Pennsylvania who was involved in the study. Um, Whatever the gentleman's name is, and a wider research team uncovered that hydralazine directly targets a small but crucial enzyme called 2-amino thenethyl dioxygenase. ADO is basically what it's called. The enzyme acts like a cellular oxygen sensor, helping cells survive when oxygen levels are low. This can help enable fast growing tumors like glioblastoma and an aggressive form of brain cancer that resists treatment and almost always comes back. In fast growing cancers like glioblastoma, the tumor cells multiply so quickly that their blood supply can't keep up. That means parts of the tumor don't get enough oxygen. Typical cells die in low oxygen environments, but tumor cells switch on special survival systems that help them keep dividing even when oxygen is scarce. One of those systems involves the ADO enzyme, studies show. Well, if that's the case, wow, that's pretty huge, don't you think? Uh, I'd be curious to hear people's opinions um, on cancer, and if folks think that you know there is a cure out there, they just haven't released it because there's so much money involved and things like that with cancer. These big corporations get you know, geez, It's unbelievable the amount of money they make off this deadly disease, and I'm sure all of us know someone that's died from it, a family member, a friend, a coworker, or something. I mean, it's they've got to come up with a cure for this soon, or at least at least release it to the general public. You know, I was thinking about something a while back. If you guys think to yourselves, how many people do you know that have served in Washington D.C. that have died from cancer? Think about it. John McCain, um, Strom Thurmond, no. John McCain's the only one that comes to mind to me. Something to think about. Research it. It definitely doesn't run amok in D.C., does it? I am no conspiracy theorist at all. No way, shape, matter, or form. I don't listen to people like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and old bloated Bannon there and all them people, the ones that peddle all these conspiracy theories. I don't follow any of them because I don't believe in conspiracy theories. But I was just thinking about that the other day. I could not think of anyone besides John McCain. Y'all, that's crazy, ain't it? I mean, I can sit here and think of people that I know, family members or people that I've worked with that have died from this disease. And I've stayed up on politics most of my life. Nope, can't think of many at all. Something to think about. So this is big news. There's and I know quite a few people that have taken this stuff. And this is no sponsorship, nothing. I mean, we're a small YouTube channel just starting up. Okay, I have no sponsors. Don't have any, none. But I know a man that patented a all natural supplement. I don't really know. I don't. I don't even know that I could put his website out on this platform or not. I don't know, but it's called Valasta is the company. My father had prostate cancer. Okay, after Trump implemented the right to try back in his first term, so basically the government couldn't shut down companies that had this stuff outside of chemo and radiation or whatever, that people could try to fight off cancer or whatever. My dad tried this stuff and was blown away. I mean, the tumor in his brain or I'm sorry, his lung, when he went in for his scans, was gone. It's an all natural thing. So I'm not going to give out the website, but if people want to Google it or whatever, fibromyalgia, diabetes. My father-in-law took it for his diabetes. Did not take insulin. Lupus, joint pain. I mean, the list was endless. People that had cancer, it was gone. This is no lie. So I'm not going to give you more information than that. And I don't want big pharma knocking on my door. But anyway, Valasta. V as in Victor. Alasta. If anybody wants to look it up. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think about cancer and findings, and what I'm saying, just leave us a comment about what you think. The Epstein files. So now Trump has come out and said that he wants the Senate or the House. I'll get that story in a minute. But Paris Hilton confronts rumors Ghislaine Maxwell tried to recruit her for Epstein. Comes right from Fox News, I believe. Yeah. Paris Hilton addressed the claim she was once recruited for Jeffrey Epstein by his right-hand woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, for the first time in years. Hilton, now 44, allegedly caught the eye of Maxwell when she was just 19 years old. Quote, I don't even remember even meeting her. Hilton told the Times, quote, I'm such a good clickbait name, she added. The claim that Hilton was recruited by Maxwell first surfaced in 2020. Docu-series Surviving Jeffrey Epstein, close quote. Maxwell's former acquaintance Christopher Mason recalled hearing about her alleged intent to recruit Hilton from a friend. Quote, a friend of mine was at a party and Ghislaine Maxwell said, quote, oh my God, who's that? And was looking at this pretty young sort of teenage girl, close quote. Mason said in the series, according to Rolling Stone, and she said, quote, do you know her? Close quote. My friend said, quote, yes, she's called Paris Hilton. And Ghislaine Maxwell said, quote, God, she'd be perfect for Jeffrey. Could you introduce us? What's some pigs, huh? Gee whiz. A photo of Hilton, Maxwell, and President Donald Trump talking at the 2000 Enid John fashion show was then shown in the docuseries. Quote, the rumors were Ghislaine Maxwell was scouring New York finding younger girls to go on dates with Jeffrey. Mason added, quote, at the time, it seemed a bit naughty. Has a picture of Ghislaine and him. Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 prostitution-related charges in 2008. He served 13 months behind bars as part of a non-prosecution agreement. The late financier was arrested again on June 6, 2019. He was accused of recruiting minors, transporting them to engage in commercial sex acts. Epstein was charged with sex trafficking of minors and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of minors. After being denied bail, Epstein was found dead in his jail cell. His death was ruled a suicide by the New York City Medical Examiner. Now, one can make their own conclusion. Kash Patel, Assistant Director Dan Bongino have even said that they've looked at the Epstein files that everybody's just, is going to speak into existence out here. So many podcasters and content creators and things like that saying that, oh, yeah, Trump's on the list. Trump's not on the list, folks. The Biden administration had access to these files for 4 years. Do you think for 1 second, that when Donald Trump said that he was going to run for the presidency again, that Joe Biden wouldn't order his people to release those files? Because Joe Biden knew that he didn't beat him the first time, and he damn sure knew that he wasn't going to beat him the second time. I mean, come on. So Trump's basically doing this to just get this stuff to just end itself. People just keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it like there's something there that's so damning that's going to sink this man. There's nothing there. I mean, I'd be curious to see whose names are in these so-called files, if there is such a thing. Oh, I'm sorry, the Epstein list. There is such a thing as a list. It's just people just keep constantly beating it like they're just gonna speak something into fruition here. So I think he's just had his fill of it and says, okay, look, just release it all. Just bury this thing once and for all. I mean, I was shocked when Bongino and Patel came out and said there was nothing, no proof that he was, killed in jail. that he did in fact hang himself, which they still have not released the footage from the cameras in the jail, which I found to be quite, you know, that was a little odd to me. But who am I? I mean, just going by what the man said. I'm not calling him a liar, but they said it. I mean, look, I listened to Dan Bongino for many, many, many years. That guy is a man of integrity. He's honest. He's straight up. And I don't think for one second, if somebody's telling him, look, man, you got to lie about this because there's something here that we don't want the American public to see, Bongino would bail on the FBI. He'd be out of there. He'd walk because he's not gonna. He's just not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I don't buy that for a second with Bongino. I can't speak that for Cash Patel. I mean, I've never had any suspicion that Bongino was. I mean, not Bongino, but Cash Patel was shady. But again, I've followed Bongino for many years, even back to his Fox days. So, um, be that what it may, but yeah, this the BBC. Trump's going to sue them people, and rightfully he should. He should. You know how much money Trump has made since he's been in the presidency, and he's been suing all these media outlets for defamation for all the disgusting lies that have been spewing out of their mouth for so many years. Little Georgie Stephanopoulos, yeah, what did he get them for? Like $25 million? Yeah, Trump's making millions off these people, and they ought to be paying up. It's ridiculous what they've been lying about for so many years. Um, yeah, I think it's like between one and what is it? 1 and 5 billion with a B. Now, will he get it? I highly doubt it, but I think it's more of just listen. In all honesty, y'all, the BBC is they're just they're scum. Sorry, they've been known for doing stuff like this for quite some time, smearing people's character and stuff. Let me get this daggone thing to load here. What was it? Trying to think who else um, Trump sued besides ABC. Does anyone know? If you could just put it down there um, in the comments for us, that'd be great. So yeah, he's gonna sue him for 1 billion between $1 and $5 billion. It says so. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, listen, the video that it was him at January 6th. Okay, the so-called insurrection where there was no gunfire except for one from a Capitol Hill police officer that shot and killed some woman, Ashley Babbitt, a U.S. Air Force veteran. She wasn't trying to break into the chamber. She was standing at the door. He shot her right through the window. I watched it live. I watched the whole thing live, as a matter of fact, and I saw Capitol Hill police move barricades and wave people in. I can't wait for that whole story to come out. The real facts about the what was it? 30 FBI informants embedded in that crowd that Christopher Wray lied about not once, not twice, not 3 times, but multiple times. He lied about it. So I'm sure he's going to have to be doing some answering too. Why he sat up there on Capitol Hill and just straight up lied because he knew there was informants embedded in that crowd. And if you want to know my honest opinion, Trump played right into the Democrats' hand because they set that whole January 6th thing up. My opinion. It's my opinion. You can call it what you want, but Yeah, there's something going on there. I mean, nobody has the right to break into any building. That's the people's house. I get it. You have no right to break into it, but they had every right to be there. There was nothing wrong with being there. You have the right to peacefully protest. Okay, it was a wild, wild crowd, and there was some people that, you know, there should be accountability for some of those folks. I totally get it, but to throw somebody in prison for 18 years for entering a government building with no prior criminal history, a little excessive, don't you think? I mean, not to mention the jails that they were putting them in, y'all. Gulags, mistreating them. This is all fact. Every bit of it's fact. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't care who asked me to do it. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna lie. I just will not do it. The hang on just a second here. Bear with me. President Trump said he would sign legislation compelling the release of the Justice Department's Jeffrey Epstein files if it reaches his desk. This comes a day before the House is expected to vote to release the files and after Trump reversed himself and urged GOP lawmakers to support the measure. Yeah. So, like as I was saying at the beginning of the video, he's wanting to just put this to bed because people just keep constantly just, you know, I don't know what people think they're gonna, like I said, speak it into existence. You know, it's crazy to me. I mean, so what do you guys think? Do you think there's actually something in this Epstein thing that that President Trump is hiding here, or do you think that these left wing pundits and Democrats are just, you think they're sleeping on something, they're sitting on something? Um, I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts on what you think might be going on here because I've heard all kinds of weird things, all kinds. So I'll just be glad when, I mean, we got so many other more important things to be worried about in this country, saving our country from people that want to destroy it, want to rip up our founding documents, rip them up, burn them. Oh, but they'll talk about them and use them when it benefits them. But other than that, they could care less. These Democrats couldn't tell you what the Constitution was if it slapped them upside the head. So I don't know, just kind of my thoughts. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I appreciate everyone stopping by, and again, please like, share, and subscribe so you guys get notifications. Turn that little bell on the right hand corner there, and click on that all. You'll get notifications when we go live, or which we're gonna start going live. Um, we're gonna get a schedule down, so maybe we'll do them on a couple days a week or whatever. But yeah, got some exciting things coming up on the channel. We're looking forward to everyone being a part of it, and again, appreciate you being here. And till next time, take care of yourself and each other.